All right, so this is chapter 3, module 4, and we are going to be attempting the quizzes over here together. We have the access control concept quiz, and okay, so we have 10 questions, and we are going ahead to start the quiz. So let's see. Where are we? Okay, which of the following is a subject, right? Remember from what we said, the subject is the person requesting for the information. In most times it's usually the user, and the object might be a file. Leah works in the security office. During research, Leah learns that a configuration change could better protect the organization's IT environment. Leah makes a proposal for this change, but the change cannot be implemented until it is approved, tested, and then cleared for deployment by the change control board. This is an example of, is it defense in depth? Is it holistic security, threat intelligence, segregation of duties? I'm definitely not going to pick defense in depth because I can't see the defense in depth right here, right? So it's definitely segregation of duties since we have the board being in charge. And we move to the next one. Question 3, Duncan and Mira both work at the data center at Trifid Incorporated. There is a policy in place that requires both of them to be present in the data center at the same time. If one of them has to leave for any reason, the other has to step out too until they can both re-enter. This is called, it's not a blockade, it's not MFA, it's not defense in depth. We spoke about it, and it is two-person integrity, right? So we have question 4. Clyde is the security analyst tasked with finding an appropriate physical control to reduce the responsibility. I'm going to make this full screen. To reduce the responsibility that unbadged people will follow badged employees through the entrance of the organization's facility. This particular thing, actually, this unbadged people following badged employees, is actually called tailgating or piggybacking. It depends on the scenario. So we are coming into that if ever we meet it in the ISC2. And which of these would address the risk, right? So badged people following unbadged people, fences, I doubt. Dogs, yep, nope. Bollards are physical access control for cars and all those things. And turnstiles, if you don't know what a turnstile is, we are definitely going to search it out so you can see what it looks like, right? So let's say, there we go, turnstile, and this, right? It might look a little bit more different for you. This particular one is quite popular. There is also, so now you know what a turnstile is. So we're going back and full screen again. And yes, turnstiles is what we are after. So with turnstile, basically, he enters, the next person cannot enter with him. Well, as per belief. And question 5, Sinker is considering a physical deterrent control to dissuade unauthorized people from entering the organization's property. Which of the following could serve this purpose? It's physical. So we have a wall there, a razor tape, a sign, a hidden camera. It might be tempted to say an hidden camera, but take note, this is to dissuade, meaning it is deterrent, right? We have deterrent, we have detective, we have protective, preventive, and those other things. This is supposed to be a deterrent, right? So a hidden camera is not a deterrent. It's not going to deter anybody because they don't even see it, they don't know it's there. A sign to say do not come in, deterrent control, okay. A wall, just putting a wall around the property. What do we call that again? You know, I don't know. Does it have a gate? I don't know. Because frankly, I wouldn't pick a wall. Maybe I might be wrong on this one. But for deterrent, I'm going to pick a sign, right? So we are moving question 6. Which of these combinations of physical security controls share a single point of failure, right? That is, they both would get beaten at the same exact time. If you beat one, you've beaten the other. Guards and fences, bad readers and walls, dogs and bollards. Take note, what we are looking at is basically defense in depth, right? Eye emulation lighting and cameras, right? So guards and fences. If you scale the fence, you probably meet the guards. So you've not beaten the guards, of course. So that's it's not a single point of failure. Bad readers and walls. No, the walls, bad readers, even if you scale a wall or you try to go through it, you might still meet a bad reader in front. So nope, it doesn't have a single point of failure. Dogs and bollards, of course not. Eye emulation lighting and cameras. If you turn off the lights, the cameras probably would not be so good. Unless they are infrared cameras, right? But they didn't mention infrared cameras here. So if you turn off the lighting, the cameras doesn't work also. So eye emulation lighting and camera should have a single point of failure. So Lakshmi presents a user ID and a password to a system in order to log on. Which of the following characteristics must the user ID have? The user ID is more like the username, right? So we are looking at what the user ID is going to have. Should it be confidential? Should it be complex? Should it be unique? Should it be long? If you are using a, what should I put it? If you're using a long user ID, I don't think for any username there is a rule for it to be long, extremely, no. So nope, and it doesn't have to be complex. So we are left with unique and confidential, right? So if you are having a username, of course your username is not going to be confidential to you, because most times it's either a publicly accessible information, like maybe your email or your name or something of the sort. So I could easily take confidential out of it, but it has to be unique. Not two people should have the same username. That will cause a conflict. And question 8, Lakshmi presents a user ID and a password to a system in order to log on. Which of the following characteristics must the password have? Should it be unique? Should it be confidential? Should it be mathematical? Should it be shared? The password should not be shared, first of all. Neither should it be mathematical, unless she wants to be like that. Should it be unique? It doesn't have to be extremely unique, but it needs to be confidential. Derek logs on to a system in order to read a file. In this example, Derek is logged on into the PC, right? So he wants to read a file, meaning he is the subject, the file is the object. Which is a physical control that prevents piggybacking and tailgating? Oh wait, I mentioned piggybacking and tailgating in the last one, and that was in module 3 where there was an example about people following someone else into. Oh wait, was it a question? I think it was a question here. Preventing. Oh yeah, so it was a question here. No. Okay, yes. Badged and unbadged people following employees through the entrance of the gate. Yes, so it was a question. And that was piggybacking or tailgating. And which is a physical control that protects it? Of course, we already know it's turnstile. So, with that, we go ahead, submit the quiz, and let's see which ones we missed and which one we got. And let's say submitted, and we had 90%, meaning we missed one. I want to see which one that is. And yep, of course, it was this particular one. What is a deterrent? So a sign is not a deterrent control. It's just used to monitor access. So a deterrent would possibly be the razor tip, right? Razor tip, definitely. So thank you so much. We'll see on the next video, which is going to be on chapter 4. Remember to attempt the questions, and let's see how well you get. I wish you success in your exams.